Hello, my name is Lindsay and I am on a journey to be better in the kitchen, and this week it starts with baking. Tasty producers are challenging me to bake for an entire week, from easy, to very difficult. Then I'll be safely passing off my bakes to my best friend Jasmine, where she will put it to the ultimate taste test and tell me, am I getting better throughout the week? No, you're not getting better throughout the week, Lindsay. You need to just go back to styling videos and never do this ever again. I actually grew up with my mom baking in the kitchen a lot. I can't really remember helping her so much as eating the batter as she went, but I do think I've picked up some things. Let's get into day one, baby.
Hi Lindsay, it's Hannah, and today I'm challenging you to make my lemon bar recipe. It's a very simple recipe. In terms of difficulty, I'd rate it a 2 out of 10. You don't want the crust to get too brown or the filling to get brown at all, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Okay, wait, I love lemon squares. My mom used to make lemon squares all the time. I don't think I've ever made them. I'm excited. Where's my pan? We're gonna make the crusty crust now. I always have to 1,000 check all of my measurements. Let's not forget the deviled egg fiasco of 2K19.
Lindsay was supposed to sprinkle paprika and the parsley on top, put it in the mix.
Oh no. Let's go, baby. Ooh. I feel really good about the crust I made. I didn't mix it too much like Hannah said. It looks very crumbly. Oh my God, I have these updates to get a Nintendo Switch and they're always sold out by the time I click the link. Damn it! Now we're just gonna put it into this pan. I prick it all over with a fork. Please be okay. So while that is baking, I'm going to make the filling now. Has to be light golden. Is that light golden? The outside is light golden, but should the inside be light golden? I'm gonna put it in for like a minute. Just a minute. Guys, I made a crust. Ooh, it rose. It's like fluffy. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. It smells amazing. Wow. It's so cute. Now we just gotta wait for it to cool. I'm hungry. I got the lemon squares, they're cooled. Let's make it fancy.
Make it fancy.
I don't have a sifter thing for the powdered sugar, so I'm just gonna do it with a spoon and hope for the best. Oh. I'm so excited to try these. They look so good. Whoa, those are, dare I say, perfect. That might be one of the best lemon squares I've ever had. They're so yummy and homemade tasting, but they didn't stress me out. Now, I don't like doing things that stress me out. I don't want to give these to Jasmine.
Lindsay just messaged and said she left lemon squares. Lemon squares inside. Sorry, they're smushed with travel. P.S. I want my Tupperware back. These are really good.
Yeah, they are.
I'm a little surprised that Lindsay made these. She's not like the most confident cook or baker, and the fact that this was her first try, I've seen her make a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, right, and those deviled eggs.
And those deviled eggs.
Another day, another bake.
Hey Lindsay, it's Alvin. I'm challenging you to make my 2-day brown butter chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's not that hard, but not the easiest thing in the world. The one thing I think you do need to get right is the toffee. If it's too hard, you can't really eat it. If it's too soft, it melts and the cookie just spreads everywhere, but I really believe in you. Good luck, have fun, and enjoy baking.
No one knows this, but I'm Alvin's biggest fan, and I don't want to let him down. Starting the toffee, hopefully I don't mess this up. I feel like I would burn it, if anything. One time I saw Alvin cut his butter into cubes, so I cut my butter into cubes. Also, Alvin used this, so I'm gonna use this. We're stirring, we're stirring. Are those ribbons? What do ribbons look like? He might have been using a candy thermometer, but I'm just gonna stick this in here. It's not moving. Oh no! My thermometer, his goes up to 290, mine goes to 200. I don't know what ribbony means. I have no idea. I'm turning it off. I'm realizing now I don't think I stirred it fast enough because you can see little grains of sugar in there. And he said not to do that. Also, my thermometer didn't work. Anyway, whatevs. I'm gonna put it in the freezer now. Okay, so I reread Alvin's recipe and it said to stir the toffee for 10 to 15 minutes. I was only stirring it for like 5 minutes, so I feel like I did something wrong. So I'm just gonna make another one. I have all my dry ingredients in this bowl. There's some espresso powder in there. Alvin loves color. He has lots of darkness in these, which I think are just gonna look very rich and very beautiful. I trust it. Whoa, there's 2 in there! I just looked up what a double egg yolk means. Some say that means I'm gonna have twins. I'm not ready to have twins. I can't even make this toffee Why? Here's the deal with the toffee. One of them looks like this, and one of them looks like this. Two very different colors. The perfect would have been in the middle. So I made a third, and then I burned it, and I threw it away. This one tastes very good until the very end when you get an aftertaste of burned. It's a little burned. What I've decided is I'm gonna do half the batter with my dark toffee and half the batter with my light toffee. We'll see which one's better. Let's make them into balls. Something went wrong with the sorting because I have 5 less cookies than Alvin's. I maybe made them too big, maybe I didn't make enough. They look like mush. Let's put them in the fridge. Oh no, I have no room in here. All right, kiddos, it's been 36 hours. Oh, this is the biggest cookies I've ever seen. I've created monsters. Just for comparison, that is my hand. Well, they don't look like Alvin's, that's for sure. Okay, you know what? They smell good. And who doesn't love a ginormous cookie? Maybe I should just tell Jasmine I did this on purpose. Because these turned out 10 times bigger than I expected. For the next batch, I divided them in half. I'm hopeful. Oh no, they're all smushed again. These ones look kind of weird. I think the toffee is kind of melting out of it. The moment of truth, the cookies are out. I have salted them. They look cute together. Okay, that's pretty good. You do taste a little bit of my burnt toffee, but I think it's chewy on the outside and soft on the inside. Now let's try the giant cookie. Look at the size of my head. Look at the back of that. The bigger ones are better. I should have just gone with the light toffee.
Lindsay dropped off cookies and we're gonna try them. They are huge and they are very salt-like.
Let's talk about this.
They are moist, chocolatey. I wish there was a little bit more toffee, to be honest.
They have like a burnt sugar flavor to them.
I'm gonna eat the rest of them right now.
Hey Lindsay, it's Andrew. I'm going to challenge you to make a focaccia. Focaccia is the classic Italian rectangular loaf of bread. This is kind of baking 101. It's pretty easy, but you have to get the fundamentals right. Not overproofing it, not underproofing it. You have to be very gentle so as not to tear the dough or deflate it. Once you realize how easy it is to make, you're gonna be having delicious bread all the time.
Wait, I am so excited for this now. I don't know a lot about bread, but I know that yeast is very important. So I'm gonna do exactly what they say and do a half teaspoon, because Lord knows what happens if I do too less or too much, you know what I mean? And you guys, all of Los Angeles is out of yeast. Everyone's baking right now, including me. Hot tip, if you are looking for yeast or any other baking products right now and you cannot find them at the grocery stores, checking in with your local restaurants is a great idea. A lot of them are actually selling your fundamental ingredients. Support your local businesses, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't know why, but when I skimmed this recipe before, I shouldn't have skimmed it. I thought it said to proof for 45 minutes. I don't know why I missed the 12-hour part. What's 12 hours from now? Because it's 6:30 in the morning, I'm still wearing my pajamas. This is what you're gonna get. So let's check on the bread. Oh my goodness, it's so jiggly. It's the most jiggle. We're gonna gently release. Oh, that's goo. Oh, that's goo. Ew. Andrew said this part was super important. You know what the bread wants. I made the bread and I think the bread is making me. Now it needs to be dimpled. You just have to like. Now that it's proved again, proved, sprinkle some sea salt flakes over it. Guys, I am so proud of this. If it turns out good, I will make so much more of this. Oh my God, that sizzle. It's supposed to need 5 more minutes to brown on top, but it already is brown. Ow! Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Ooh. Upon looking at it, I think I definitely put it in the oven like a minute too long. I've done it. It tastes buttery, but there's no butter in it at all. I could eat this forever. I think Jasmine is going to love this, and if she doesn't, she's wrong.
The bread is great. It is very salty.
The texture is really good. Bread is not easy to make.
I can't believe she made this.
Welcome back to Lindsay Bakes. I honestly thought by this point I would be exhausted. But after yesterday's bread, let's get this bread, you know?
Hey Lindsay, this is Inga. Today I am challenging you to make my favorite apple tart, which I think is really just a fancier version of apple pie. The thing that makes this stand out the most too is its rose-shaped design on the very top using apples. It's definitely not easy. I think it could be intimidating for somebody who doesn't bake as often to work on a tart crust for the first time. I believe in you. I hope you'll really enjoy this dessert.
Okay. I'm actually waiting for my tart pan to come in the mail. It's supposed to be delivered today. It's still not here, but because she said this is so labor intensive, I'm just gonna start now. I guess the worst thing that can happen is I do all this work for nothing. This recipe calls for half a vanilla bean pod. Turns out they're very expensive. You already know it's fancy because it comes in a jar. That's what it looks like inside. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So the dough is supposed to come together in a ball, but I have a feeling that's not gonna happen with the mixer. I try to shape it with my hands and see if it all sticks, which it does. I kind of have a weirdly bad feeling about this. Now we have apples. Okay, no, wow, this is turning into a different show. What? Now we are making the filling because of the toffee fiasco of 2K20. I'm going to watch this very carefully. We're not taking any chances. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Check to see when my tart pan arrived today, and now it says it arrives tomorrow. But the bright side is that I can let the dough cool overnight. The tart pan finally arrived. It's time to start rolling the dough. It's like a brick. Oh dang it, it won't go anywhere. Is it ever gonna get less thick? All right, so I completely redid the dough, and turns out I forgot the powdered sugar. I kind of have a weirdly bad feeling about this, and that's why it was crumbly and terrible, and now it looks like Inga's. Aw, am I a baker? Now we gotta cut the apples for the topping. Our one thing was that this has to look beautiful. So it's up to me, it's up to these little apples if it's going to. It's looking a little uneven. And we just gotta add a little bit of orange marmalade over the top and pop it in the oven. Ooh. Ow. The moment of truth. This always is so satisfying to watch when tasty producers do it. Oh my God. I did it! It's beautiful! Oh, my first tart, and she's perfect and cute. That's so good, because it's not too sweet, and it's just like the perfect size on like a summer day. I think this was like a Christmas recipe, but I would eat it on a summer day. All right, I'm gonna eat this and then finish watching the BTS live stream concert.
Lindsay has just dropped off this tart. This looks delicious.
This is probably the most advanced and well executed dessert so far.
We've made it to the final day. I'm feeling confident and I'm ready to get started.
Today I'm challenging you to recreate my great grandma's chocolate roll recipe. Now, this is a secret family recipe. It's been passed down to me. I am trusting you with this family secret. But when I tell you that a lot of us have had a full-blown breakdown trying to recreate this recipe, I am not exaggerating. It is very difficult. What you're going to have to figure out is what my great-grandma means in a lot of her measurements, because it is very confusing, but the end product is totally worth it. I'm thinking of you.
What the heck? The measurements aren't even accurate. I am feeling less confident now. But you know, as they say in a Cinderella story, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. So let's do this! I'm not showing you guys close up everything I'm doing because it is a secret recipe. 1 slightly large tablespoon of flour. I think that's slightly large. We're going for it. I don't know. Don't want Hannah's great-grandmother to roll over in her grave. Now we got big tablespoons of cocoa. If she says large, we're going with large. You know, I would say this recipe is freeing, you know, until you get it wrong. I feel like I'm folding it in the opposite way. Oh no. It looks kind of like cottage cheese and I don't think that's right. I don't know, actually it looks kind of nice. Maybe I didn't do it wrong. Maybe Hannah's great-grandmother would be proud. Right now it says 15-18 minutes in the oven and she says to watch it very closely because you don't want it to underbake and overbake. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. My heart is racing so fast waiting for this to come out of the oven. Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? I don't know, it's just smushy. I don't think it's done. Say a quick prayer. Amen. All right, the moment of truth. It's nice and spongy. I'm gonna just go ahead and add the powdered sugar. Okay. Oh, get on the towel more. Lord help me. Here it goes. Oh, this feels so flimsy, you guys. I mean, at this point, I kind of have zero idea if it's broken. I've done the roll. Holy I've done the roll. I have a good feeling about this. It looks baked inside. I know I'm gonna have to roll it a second time, but I think the first time might be the most important. So I'm going to be making the whipped cream filling. It's time to unroll. Oh my God. There's not any cracks. There's like a little bit of folds, but there's no cracks. We're gonna roll it back up. Again, nervous. I don't wanna force it. I want it to just like go where it wants to go. You feel me, little roll? I did it. Oh my God. Okay. I think I put too much cream inside. I'm gonna text Hannah. Wait, she just said she's pretty. I can't believe I did this in the first try. Wow, I'm shocked. It's still not done. We got the glaze to do. I think the point of a glaze is to not have to ice it, but you know, here I am. Wow. It looks stunning inside. Stunning. Even the glaze on top sticks to it well. Wait, I need a moment. What the f? I feel like crying right now. It's so good. It's light and fluffy and just yummy and chocolatey on the inside. Dare I say it, moist. I'm gonna call my mom. Hey, Mom.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Lindsay, I want to eat it. Remember when you were little and I tried to get you to come bake with me in the kitchen and all you want to do was edit videos?
Look at me now, doing both.
It is sadly our last day.
Beautiful shine on the ganache.
Is it good?
Okay, Lindsay. I hate whipped cream, and that's good.
This would probably be in my top 3.
I want to keep eating it.
Good job, Lindsay!
Wow, I'm feeling emotional right now. I feel like this has always been something I've just on the back of my head just wanted to be good at. Why am I gonna cry? Oh my God. I'm also PMSing, so that's probably why I'm gonna cry, but this just proves that like you don't know what you're capable of until you try and you let yourself have room to fail. Let me know if you wanna see Tasty Producers challenge me to do anything else. I feel like I just won Star Baker. Bye.